What's going on, everybody? This is Extra Gravy. You can call me Diarrhea because I run shit. Call me Swipper the Sweeper because I stay dusting that ass. It's another Blackout gameplay. I think I get 15 or 16 kills. The cool part about this game is my teammates die, and I'm pretty much left by myself in a squad game, and I still end up picking up the win.
Just get behind a building. Get behind a tree.
So I got a message asking about tips and stuff that I like to do to get more wins and stuff. But in my opinion, there's really no, one strategy that's going to win you the most games. For the simple fact that there's 100 different people in every single game, and the game, is set on different parts of the map when it ends, and you're not going to have the exact same gun every game. So, if you end up with like a Maddox and a submachine gun, you're not going to want to, fighting in, the turbine desert is not going to be really great for you. So you kind of want to play a little different than if you had like an AVR and a submachine gun. But that being said, I'll tell you what I like to do, some small, tips that I think are helpful. First, we'll go down with the perks. There's obviously perks that are good and some that people don't really use. One that I think goes unlooked at is consumable or consumer. All it does is really make you use items faster, but let's say you're healing, it makes using a trauma kit like a med kit pretty much. You can use stuff so fast, you can use meds so fast. I feel like that goes overlooked a lot. So if you're getting ready to get into a big fight and you have it, use it because you might need to heal up quick. You heal up a lot quicker, and you'll be able to use things a lot quicker. So I feel like that's a pretty good perk, and it's definitely undervalued in my opinion. The obvious ones, dead silence, awareness. Paranoia is another good one. I always use paranoia. I kind of value paranoia over dead silence, just for the simple fact that if somebody looks at you and aims at you, let's just watch this for a second. This is me dominating a group of 4 by myself. Level 3 armor, get fucked. Level 3 armor has been fucking annoying since you're allowed to fix your armor. They did tone it back, so it's been a little helpful, but still fucking annoying. Murder these dudes. I know the guy's behind me, but I thought I heard something down the hill. That's why I looked that way. But anyway, I kind of value paranoia just for the simple fact that a lot of the games, in my opinion, end in the turbine desert and long areas. So if you're getting looked at, it'll bring up a noise indicator that's saying, hey, somebody's looking at you or aiming at you. And I'm pretty sure that noise is directional. So if you hear the noise behind you, if you have a headset, then you know the people are behind you. So you turn, find where they're at, and you can kind of play it how you want. My opinion, I like to push. I like to be aggressive. I feel like a lot of
Did they get that armor?
a lot of people accept fights or get in fights from such a long distance. In my opinion, in my experience, 9 times out of 10, if you're really far away, if you don't have a sniper or an ABR or something, you're not really going to kill a person from that distance. If you have like an ICR or something, it's really hard to get kills because all people are going to do is poke, take damage, go sit behind a tree. And you're probably doing the same thing. And when you do that, you're losing health, you're losing your health kits, you're losing your armor plating, you're destroying your armor. It's just pointless because you're probably not going to get the kill and you're just wasting materials at that point. I don't prefer doing it, so I just like to push and get it over with. If the other team is better than you or you're better than them, 9 times out of 10 you're going to kill them or they're going to kill you. Whoever plays it better is going to win. So all you can do is just practice playing it better, taking the situation better. And there are times where I definitely play way too over aggressive. My buddies particularly don't like playing aggressive, so it's kind of a mix. I get in the mode of just like running around crazy, and they aren't there because I'm just running off by myself sometimes, or they just want to sit back and fight. But you just got to coordinate, especially if you're playing squads or whatnot. You can definitely be too aggressive in this game. You can definitely be too campy in this game, and both of those things will hurt you. Like with paranoia, if you get seen with paranoia, not only you get seen with paranoia, but anytime you're like sitting somewhere in the forest or in the woods and you're like trying to stay hidden, you don't want to sit still because even with a level 3 armor and a trauma kit, you can get paladin headshot once for a kill. So you just want to stay moving. You don't want to sit in one spot because if you sit in one spot, you're an easy target. And an easy target is obviously easy to kill. I shouldn't have to explain anything more. You just want to stay alive. So dodging bullets, especially if they're far away, like I said, you're not going to get killed as long as you're moving back and forth, ducking, sliding, jumping, moving left and right, front to back. Just do all that. It's frustrating because you constantly have to hit stuff. But it's definitely helpful because I've been shot at plenty of times. Because people see you and they're just like, oh my god, we gotta kill these guys, and they shoot. Well, now you're just giving your position away, and I'm gonna push you, and I'm gonna fucking push your shit in and kill you. It happens quite a bit where people just give their position away. Just like I say in multiplayer, the odds of you killing somebody from that far are slim to none. So if you shoot and hit me, cool, I'll just heal up and then run at you full health, and there's really not much you're gonna be able to do about it. So unless you can secure a kill, I really wouldn't take shots. In my opinion, I do, and I miss a lot because I'm not a great sniper, but you just want to make sure, if you're sneaking up or you see somebody that doesn't see you, you want to at least get really good damage on them so you can either A, make them get behind a tree and you can push, or you can knock one of their teammates and then push together because you have an advantage fight. And what you don't want to do, and I'm just rambling off things that I'm thinking about, but if you're playing in squads, what you don't want to do is if your teammate gets knocked, you're playing duos, quads, whatever. If your teammate gets knocked, and let's say it's 2v1, they're going to push you. If they're smart, they're going to push you and play aggressive because they know it's 2v1. If that's the case, do not try to res your buddy unless you know you have the time. Because what's going to happen is, if let's say they knock you behind a tree or in a room, they're just going to run up, throw a grenade while you're trying to res your buddy, and you're going to die. So you both die. If your buddy dies, it is what it is. He shouldn't have got killed in the first place, or maybe he didn't get seen, so it wouldn't be his fault. But you just need to fight it off. You can use that. You can use that information to your advantage. So your buddy gets knocked. They're going to be pushing, so they're probably going to be running out. Out of cover. So you can use that to your advantage. Poke the tree, poke around the tree, and hit them as they're running to your buddy while they're not in cover. And then maybe they'll think twice about coming to get you, or maybe you'll have an advantageous position because one of them's almost dead. So you can use that to your advantage, but I would not just panic and try and pick your buddy up just because he got knocked, because they know obviously where you're at, and they know it's 2v1. So if they're smart, they're going to push you. But those are some things that I like to use, just general tips. And again, like I said, not one strategy is what's best for this game, but yeah, a lot of different things will work. This is just how I like to play the game. Some people like to go to the middle of the map and just get ready for the next circle. Me in particular, I feel like a lot of people just hide in the middle of the map because at that point you're kind of just running in circles without any purpose. Anything you do in this game, you want to do it with a purpose. So like if the circle's moving in, you can see right now the white circle. I would typically run along that white circle and try and catch people running in as they're trying to get to the next circle. When I sit in the middle, let's say you're in the turbine desert, if you're in the middle of the white circle, there's going to be people all around you. So you could get collapsed on by multiple teams, multiple people. It's going to be hard to get out. It's obviously going to be a lot more action that way, but even for me, it's hard to deal with people shooting you from every direction. It's just not ideal. So I like to run around the outside of the circle. Push. You can still play aggressive, but play smart. If you're running on the outside of the circle, really nobody essentially can come behind you because you're looking outside the circle at the people coming in. And unless they come from the middle of the circle to the outside, 9 times out of 10 people aren't going to do that. People that are already in the middle most likely aren't going to move to the outside of the circle. And again, that's not always the case because not every same person is playing every game, but this is just what I find is the best. But I like to travel around the outside circle. If I see, like right here, if I was to run to the white circle, and I play this kind of like a pussy because I'm by myself, but if I was to run to the white circle, I would obviously go to the left because the downside, or the bottom side, or the right side of the map, the right side of that circle, is down the hill. You kind of want to keep upper ground, pretty much in every scenario. There are some scenarios where you don't want the upper ground, but I definitely want the high ground. So going down the hill is not what you want to do here. It's risky to go into array, but there's a lot of cover. If you think of it that way, there's a lot of cover. Even though there's a lot of hiding spots, there's also a lot of cover. But one other thing that I see a lot of people do, and I used to do this, so I'm guilty of this, I would run around with 2 assault rifles during the game. So essentially you have a medium distance gun and a medium distance gun. It's not good because you're not versatile at all. Now what I've been running around with now is the ABR and a submachine gun. The ABR is good from a pretty good distance. It's not terrible up close, but it just requires a lot more aiming. And a submachine gun. This guy's fucking close. That was a guy in the next house. But an ABR and a submachine gun, so that way you're covered from like medium to long range, and then short to medium range with a submachine gun, depending on what you got. Spitfire, in my opinion, is the best submachine gun to use. It absolutely shreds, but you got to be accurate. I mean, that goes for any gun, but got to be accurate. So I wouldn't just run around with like 2 assault rifles. One of my buddies runs around with an ABR and a sniper, or an ABR and like a Titan. I think LMGs are quite useless in this game unless you're killing vehicles with it. That's just my opinion. But you don't want to get stuck using 2 long-range weapons, or 2 short-range weapons, or 2 medium-range weapons, because you're not going to be versatile. You can do it, and sometimes you'll get wins, but overall, you kind of want to have something that gives you the ability to fight from different ranges, which is why I like the ABR, because I feel like it's really strong from medium to long range, and a submachine gun is really good from short range. If you ever get into a fight with an like a ACR or ICR with a with a Spitfire, 9 times out of 10 that Spitfire is going to murder the person with the ICR. So it's always good to have some versatile weapons. But in this game, like I said, I don't necessarily do everything because it's not every strategy is going to work. But playing over and over will kind of get you an idea of what you could or should be doing, or ideas of how you want to play. You definitely want to play to your strengths. If you're not good at pressing, then you don't want to rush around. You kind of want to stay away. But at some point, you're not going to be able to get your way every game. You're not going to be able to play from a distance every game just because that's how you like to play. People are going to push you, and you're going to have to know what to do when people are pushing you. But just don't get flustered when that happens. Don't don't panic. Just take your time, breathe. Just think it through. You got plenty of time to do what you need to do. But the video's wrapping up. I killed these 2 solo guys. I don't know how in a squad game 2 solo guys were left with me, but and you see here, I mean, it's obvious. So right here, he's healing. He's gonna hide behind the wall and heal. So I'm gonna push him as he's doing that, and he has no shot. It's just knowing what to do. If you shoot him and then let him run over there and heal and wait for him to come back out, you're just letting him. You're pretty much letting him get another fair fight, which you don't want that. You want to take every unfair fight that you can get. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Sorry for the, it's been a while since I've uploaded, but I was remodeling my house with Christmas and things going on. I've had a lot going on, but I hope y'all enjoyed this. Make sure to follow my Twitch. I'll be streaming here, in the next couple days. But I hope y'all enjoyed. If you didn't, click the thumbs down button. If you did, you know what to do.